live? Are we live? Is everything working? Perfect, perfect. Hi all, and welcome to our first digital graduation day. My name is Björn, and I work with sales and partnerships here at Salt. Today we are delighted to present our latest class of Java developers, and it's truly an honor to have you here with us today to share your progress and your innovation and your visions for the future. During this event, you will have the opportunity to see what these amazing developers have been able to create in only 2 weeks. We are super proud of all your hard work and your creativity that your team have been put into realizing these amazing projects, and looking forward to sharing them all with you. We will also take this opportunity to thank our customers and partners for your continued support and trust. Without you, we wouldn't be able to have these events. After these presentations, our clients will be able to book one-on-one meetings with all our developers just to maybe speak a bit more about you and your projects that you have been creating. And I would also give a big shout out to our amazing instructors and give a big thank you to Alec, who's been our main instructor for these Java events.
Hi, I'm Alec, part of the instructor team here. I was responsible for the latest Java class, and I'll be very short. I just want to say that I am incredibly proud and surprised by how good these people are. I honestly didn't believe that in 3 months they could become such great developers, but here we are. So yeah, are we starting with, should I present the Execode, or is that your honor?
Yeah, you can absolutely present the Execode if you want to.
I don't know
Okay.
too much about their projects.
No problem, no problem. Thank you, Alec. So let's kick off with our first group, Execoders, and these developers are enrolled in our PGP program. So Execoders, please present yourselves and your project.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our presentation of Execode, your online coding platform. My name is Ayub Sanachi, I'm a .NET full stack developer. I'm here with the
Who
rest of our
was
team.
responsible?
My name is Sylvia Dominguez. I'm as well a part of the .NET full stack developer.
My name is Kevin Gida. I'm part of Java full stack developer.
I'm Svetlana Rybakova, and I'm JavaScript full stack developer.
So first, we're going to start with the core concept of Execode. Execode is offering a streamlined environment for conducting coding tests. Our objective is to ensure a streamlined, seamless user experience, enabling rich feedback for developer, along with simplified task management for instructor. We also support multiple coding languages. For now, we are supporting 3 coding languages: TypeScript, C#.NET, and also Java.
As you know, so our application supports multiple programming languages. So we established the diverse setup to guarantee seamless performance. For C# and .NET, we apply Azure Cloud Functions, Azure App Services, along with Superbase as a database. For Java, we rely on Java itself, of course, along with Spring Boot, Maven, JUnit for testing, PostgreSQL as a database, and Docker for containerization. Our JavaScript server, running on Node.js as a runtime environment, we use Express for creating RESTful APIs. The primary language is TypeScript. The data stored in Superbase using Prisma, and as a test library, we choose Jest. And finally, our front end is constructed with React, where we prioritize speed and efficiency by selecting Vite as our bundler. Additionally, we also use React Query for handling data fetching and caching data, and we use Chakra UI for styling. Yeah, it was our current tech stack. So now my colleague will demonstrate a live demo. Ayop, stage is yours.
All right, so let's give you guys a live demo of our prototype. The current landing page of Execode looks like this. Our purpose is to show you the value of our product. You can select from different languages. So let's go into JavaScript and take a look at the binary test. Here you can see you are loaded with instructions about the current exercise, and you're also given skeleton code. At the bottom, we have an output console that returns the output of the tests that are ran against the code that you submit through the run code button. So if I hit the run code button right now, you can see that we're getting tests failed in the console output. But if I give it correct code and I run that, you can see that the tests are passed successfully. Furthermore, if I add a couple letters to this constant right here, you can see that we're getting an error telling us that digit is not defined. There you go. So it's actually running the code and returning a response for it. We also have C#. We have implemented, let's take a look at this. So if you run this code, you should get a failure. It's expecting to see hello, comma, world, exclamation point. So if I give it hello, comma, world, and I run the code, you can see that the tests are passing successfully. So this is essentially the beginning of our front end. Now, back to you, Sylvia.
So, what are we planning for the future? So, the main goal is for Salt to be able to use this platform in order to assign certain exercises for the applicants that want to enter the bootcamp and the Salties as well who are taking the bootcamps, and hopefully as well include weekend assignments in there. So, in something we have to work really hard on is, of course, security. We are using reflections, so basically, we are very much exposed of malicious code to be injected if, like, the person knows what they are doing. We as well need to restructure our backend and fix that architecture part. At the moment, we have 3 different backends that the front end is communicating with, and we want to have a middle guy that is going to take that job and streamline to the correct language. It's in service, you could say. Then as well, we want to explore different technologies to see if there's something better that we can implement instead. And we are missing some key features, which are, for example, authentication and a way that we can avoid cheating. So that could be with like recording the screen and checking when you leave the tab and so on and so forth. And there has even been talks of a VS Code extension. So I really hope that you liked our presentation. If you have any questions, please let them on the chat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's take a look if there are any questions coming in. Seems
At
like
the
everything is
moment,
clear.
yeah, you can as well send the questions like later and we can answer afterwards if you want. So thank you so much from Team Execode.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Amazing, thank you. Very great presentation. And we're now going to turn over to our first team live here in Stockholm, and it's KJJ. Welcome up, guys.
We're all set?
All set.
Are we doing this part? All right. Imagine this. I'm a manager of a maintenance team at a pharmaceutical manufacturing company. And I get a call down from the production floor that the Bosch machine now again has broken. It was making a lot of weird noises and grinding and vibrations. They had to shut it down, and now the production is halted. Mighty bad. And so I give a call to the repairman, which today is Jacob, and I ask him to fix it, please. And he knows what to do. It's happened before. So what he does is he goes and grabs his tools and all of the spares that he thinks he needs. There's one particular spare this time that's actually quite crucial. It's a vacuum pump. And that vacuum pump, turns out it's out of stock. And yeah, darn it. So he goes to the workshop. We do have an in-house workshop where we can repair certain spare parts. And they say they got two that are under repair. So essentially we got none. And so this is a mess. Yeah, the production is halted. It's bleeding the company money, and yeah. So to go to the bottom of this, I go to Kokka, who's today is head of inventory. Ask her what happened. She doesn't know as always. But the problem is that she doesn't have control over how to keep track of inventory in a sort of more advanced way. And if only we had an app where we could optimize our inventory levels and streamline our maintenance procedures. But oh wait, we do now. So Pharmafix, this is our graduation project. And we are super excited to share to you what we've been doing this past few 2 weeks. And in the center of this all is quite a lot of advanced math, actually. And I won't ruin your afternoon with going through it, don't worry. But I'm a weird guy, and I like this sort of stuff. But just rest assured that Palm and try saying that name in a hurry. They developed this back in the 40s, I believe. And so we are able to calculate the optimum stock based on the spare part cost, the repair time of that spare part, the cost associated with the machine that spare part belongs to, and also the failure rate of that spare part, which is really cool. But to tell you more about the flow of a life cycle of a part, here's Jacob.
Okay, let's see. So the life cycle of a spare part. So in our manufacturing facility, we have a machine which has a mechanical arm which breaks from time to time. When it breaks, it needs to be replaced immediately, so the production doesn't stop completely. So we need a bunch of them extra ones in stock. So when it breaks, it gets replaced, and before it breaks again, it gets repaired. So here is the application, pharmafix.se. Again, I'm a maintenance guy, and I got the call that the Bosch machine is broken. So I click on machines to browse different machines. And I click on the Bosch one to see related problems. And the complaint was excessive noise or vibration, so I click on that. Here I get the problem description. I see detailed instructions on how to solve it. I see what tools I need, and also, most importantly, what spare part I will need to replace, and if it is in stock, which it is. We have 2 vacuum pumps in stock, and I only need 1. When I have replaced the spare part, I click Start Repair on the spare part. And when it is fixed, the spare part itself, we can go to Spare Parts page, expand Ongoing Repairs, click Details, and then mark it as fixed. And now to tell you more about the application, here's Kokka.
Thank you, Jacob. I'm Kokka. I'm also part of the maintenance team, and I'm in charge of keeping track of the inventory of the spare parts. And in the past, it has been very difficult to keep track of it because I would either order too few or too many spare parts, costing the company money. But since my company got Pharmafix, I'm very grateful. Now when I go on the homepage here, I can right away see very short but very valuable information for me. And that is how many spare parts are overstocked, how many of them are understocked and we need to order more, and also how many are currently in repair. So from here, I can go to the spare parts page, and I can right away see a list of all the spare parts we have in the database. And I see that for the feeder sensor, we are understocked. But I know that I ordered this, and it just arrived. And I go here to its page, and I am able to edit the stock level, increase it by 1, and update it in the database. I can also here see some additional details for this part, like what machine it belongs to, which problem it is related to and needed to fix the problem, and then a few more details that are important for the spare part. Going back to the spare parts page, I have another thing I need to do today because this is a fairly new system and we haven't added all the spare parts we actually have on hand. I will go to the Add Spare Parts page, and here I have an option to create a new spare part in the database, essentially to add a new one. So I will add, well, something. I have one hand to write. I will enter its price. It's $600. I will select the machine it belongs to, and then how many we have in stock. We have currently 3 of these. The repair time. I know that it usually takes us to about 5 days to fix this spare part. And how often does it fail? It fails quite often, like once a week. So once that is done, I click Add New Spare Part, and here I can see the information, like how this is essentially what we get from the algorithm. What is the optimal quantity for us to have on hand? And here I can go and click on this and see details about the spare part. I can add a new spare part, or I can just go back to the spare parts page and see the list of all the ones that we have in the database. End scene. Now I'm talking as Koka, one of the developers who created this app. We built it in less than 2 weeks, and we are really proud of it. We are aware that it has a lot of potential, and it can take a lot more features and a lot more functionalities, but that is it for now. Thank you for listening, and welcome with the questions. Anthony?
We'll repeat it.
Awesome, good job. You spoke about any new features that you have in your head, in your mind, maybe? Can you mind sharing?
Oh, you had a good idea.
Yeah, thank you for the question. So the question was what additional features we would add to the app. So one great feature that we had in mind, but was a lot more work to implement, but would be very valuable, is I'm just going to go into a spare part. Here, where we see the failure rate and the repair time, this is a fixed value right now that we enter when we create the entry. Essentially, what we would like to have is for the algorithm to look at every time the spare part breaks and every time it is repaired. So kind of keep track of how often it actually breaks and how long it takes for it to be fixed. So then we would have a more dynamic a calculation of the optimal quantity, and it would do this calculation on certain intervals. And that is just one of the bigger features that we would like to add.
What part of the application you found the hardest to implement?
The hardest for me was to dust off old. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So the question was, what was the hardest to implement? I think the hardest was to implement the algorithm itself and make it work in conjunction with everything else. Once I heard about this project, I got super excited because I knew that I could finally use this useless university math that I once did. So it came in handy after all. But yeah, there were other aspects as well that we found a little bit tricky. But all in all, I think we had a really good workflow. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Okay.
No?
Another applause. Clap. Thank you.
Questions? Might have some. No?
Do we?
Not yet.
Okay.
All right.
Clean up later.
Thank you for that amazing presentation. Our next team, Spice. Where are you guys?
You're sharing here? Okay, it's not sharing. Yeah, great.
Do you want fun or do you want?
Not now, first this. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, Hello, everyone. Yeah, I am Mauro and Johan. Yes, Johan. We are spies, just us, only two of us. But yes, we are gonna present our project. Final project is Scan Report. I'm gonna explain what is Scan Report, how we came with the idea, the problems that we found, and our solutions. So yes, so it's a fast way to reporting medication side effects via barcode scanner. Exactly, it's that. So, for example, you take one medication, one medicament, and you scan it with your phone, and you report your side effect. So, and then you get some data, some demographic data, but we're gonna go later. But essentially, it's that. So, it's reporting the side effects of some medicaments. How we came with this idea is because I have to say that years ago I have worked in a pharmacy for 6 years and 2 years in a hospital. So I noticed a pattern, something interesting, that a lot of patients came to similar symptoms all the time. So they keep coming back over and over with the same symptoms. And thus, finally, those symptoms result that they were confirmed as side effects. But nobody was taking care about that. Neither the hospital, the pharmacy, the patients. Nobody reported because some of those they were harmless. And yeah, that is something I say. Okay, it's big information, big data that is being missed. So yes, I comment to Johan, and we came with this idea that's to present to solve these problems, actually. The underreporting of medication side effects, this is how I say it, yes, nobody report, especially when they are harmless. So they say, okay, that is even the hospital or the pharmacies. But the complexity of report, there are some websites or a phone to call in the prescription, but nobody calls because sometimes they don't want, or it's difficult, or they don't want to fill a form. That's why we create this, that our solution, okay, yeah, also there's no data in general about that, but we came with this solution that is patient-friendly. So it's easy, fast, and yeah, and reliable. Reliable. Yeah, but yeah, it's a nice interface especially for patients. And also we can see a real-time data visualization about your demographics. But before we show the application, we want to share just one quote that say, yeah, the goal is to turn data into information and information into insight. We have to say that this is the essence of our app mission. We just not empower the patient to report their side effects, but also we provide the data information to the companies so they can work on this and they can use for make better their medication, their medications in general. But yeah, but now I will stop to talk. Now I wish we want to show the application.
Yes. Let's see if we can get it up on the big screen here. Nice. Okay. Do I need to go back and... Yeah, okay. Murphy's Law, right? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Okay. So if I go out and then we go in again. Nice. Awesome. All right. So where is... Oh, Swish. No, that's not for you guys. All right, looking good?
No, the screen are locked.
What?
The screen locked.
The screen locked?
Yep.
Really?
A little pop-up now.
Okay.
So I believe we will use the camera manually instead. And
Okay.
I will zoom into the TV.
Okay.
That way it's easier. Instead of doing troubleshooting for the part. There, go ahead.
Awesome. Thank you. So this is the home screen for our app. And we simply start by pressing the camera. And can you hold this for me so I can scan and talk at the same time? So here we have your typical Alvedon. And let's see if this can go as smoothly as everything else has. Yes, there we go. Woohoo! And yeah, this looks like the right one. Right, so yes, this is the right one. And today, I think I have felt allergy reactions in combination with this medicine. So we supply that, and the database is so fast. Maybe we should have elevator music for this spinner as well. And there we go, boom, so fast. And we have an instant data point. This is instantly reported as a side effect. So we can see here that 97 other people have also reported this for Alvedon, and I can see this on the little pie as well. Very handy. So yeah, that's essentially it. You don't have to fill in any complex forms, take a lot of time. However, I am interested in seeing how others in my demographic has fared with side effects as well. So yeah, I'm a bit curious. So I'm actually not 35, I'm 34. And I submit, and boom, instantly. And yeah, allergy reaction seems to be a very common thing for people 31 to 40 and males. Should also point out that this is not real data, so don't be afraid of skin rashes or allergy reactions when you take Alvedon or anything. So yeah, and we have these selectors here to more like a admin view that we chose to also show you guys. So we can also see that for 21 to 30 male, yeah, still allergy reactions. How about females? There we have, yeah, renal side effects. Don't know what that means, but yeah, that is our app. Questions? Can go with.
Great presentation, fantastic app.
Thank you.
I was wondering a little bit about the technologies that you used and why, if you can maybe talk about that.
Well, what are the technologies we used and why? So we have used React, JavaScript, Azure, yeah, and Azure's built-in SQL Server. Anything else I forget?
I mean, the barcode library, that is important.
Sure.
Yeah.
And Spring, yes. Java, yes. The whole purpose of this bootcamp. Can't forget about that one. So yeah, Java Spring. And because, well, this is the epitome of what we have done for this bootcamp. So yeah, we have naturally chosen those. Anthony. So what if I want to report my side effects, the medicament, but I don't have a phone to take a picture? Can I find the medicament on a scroll list, maybe on the web app, or is it just on the phone? So the question is, if you don't have a phone and want to yeah, report a side effect, can you do it on the web? Well, yes, we have put in a select that we, but we have chosen to do a mobile first essentially. But that is a feature that we have considered to do it that way.
So yes, because the idea is just to scan every medicament, and you don't need to look for it because there are too many, maybe. But yeah, you can take any medication and scan it. So that's why for now. But yeah, we have the desktop view just to for select. I can use.
I was wondering if you can also add new side effects or medications that aren't in the system yet?
So the question is if we can add a side effect that is not in the system yet. And yes, we remembered to, that was a thing that we should have implemented, but remembered that a bit too late. But yeah, that was a thing that we, yeah, a future feature. Peter.
Yeah, very good question from Teams.
Hmm?
The scan for the QR code, is that connected with the public database that's really available for other medicine?
Okay, how to repeat that question?
If the scan is connected with a public database, and we can read another medications. Not now. I mean, now for now is trying just with our data. The idea is to connect with a public database, so we can read any medication and take their own pictures, everything. But yeah, that is the main idea.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any question? No?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Fantastic presentation. Great job, everybody. And now for our last team today, Jar. Hey, welcome, guys.
All right, a little bit of preparation. All right. Hello, everyone. And so welcome to our presentation, and thank you for coming, that many people. So we are the JAR team, and we are a part of the Java bootcamp this winter. And we are here to present you our hack project, which was a full stack application about an inspection tracker. So the problems that we were handed were, as today's date, if an inspector want to do an inspection in a factory, let's say, I don't know, pharmaceutical factory, can go down and take like a white paper, take a pen, and have to write down the inspection, the location, the date, I don't know, all the issues, and it may take like forever. And you maybe don't have a support. It's not very practical. So we were thinking about a technological solution for that. So then we came up with this amazing app that you can report the inspection, report the issue, take a picture, and send it straight away via mail to the concerned person. So that's basically the context. And now we're going to do a little presentation of the app via the phone. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So for the start of this demo, Anthony will sort of play the role of Johan here, who is our logged in user. So if he's carrying out an inspection at some location at his company, then this would be the form that he was presented with to start with. So first he would have some metadata, like the date here that he could fill in, and the location and a more specific area of that. Then that would lock in and still be editable, but just to avoid mistakes. And then as he's going around on his inspection, he can add different issues that he finds. And he can just give them some title and give us severity level so that people can know how urgent it is. And then describe it a bit more. And then also while he's walking around with his phone, he can also directly take a picture of what the problem actually is and and he can then save the issue to this inspection, and he can keep uploading more pictures if you want to, but for now, let's go with one. And then, yeah, there, when that wakes up a bit. And then if he wanted to, he could also submit this and send it as a pre-made email to someone he wants to report it to. But for now, he wants to go for lunch, so he'll save the draft instead, so that he can edit it later. And then Jagoda will take it from there.
Okay, so let's imagine that Johan is going for a break now. And in the meantime, I'm gonna show you our about page that includes information about our key features. And from here we can go like to new inspection or list of inspection. So now we are back after the lunch break, and Johan wants to fill again the form. We know that it's not submitted. It has been done for the 6th of April, and the location was Uppsala. Let's apply those filters, and we found our inspection. So we can check the details. This part's gonna be like better styled later, but we're gonna edit it. And let's see. So Johan's coming back after lunch break, and he sees, okay, I actually put wrong area. I'm gonna change that. So he did, and then let's try to maybe create another issues. So we're gonna put some title and some description. And then we're gonna add some pictures. So we do that, and we save our issue. We can continue like adding those issues, or like, for example, I see, oh, okay, I did some mistake. I would want to edit it. So let's maybe change that to big letter. And maybe for fun, let's add another picture. Okay, so we're saving the issue. And give it a second. Oh, okay, now we have edited the issue. And now we, let's say, want to send it to someone. We can add multiple emails. So we're gonna do 2 this time. And I'm gonna submit it. Here we know that it already has been submitted. Let's check if actually that's the truth, if I'm not lying to you. And yes, it is submitted. And right now we are going to our email, and we are getting the email with all the informations of issues and when the inspection has been carried and by who. And also we have all the pictures that are related. They have basically descriptions, so we can easily like recognize which one is to which issue. And now maybe we can say about our features for the future.
So for now, for our 2-week project, we're pretty happy with this solution to the inspections, but we also built it with some scalability in mind. For example, that you could expand it to do a lot of data analysis about the issues that are in the inspections, how often they occur, if there are any differences in the rates of their occurrences, and stuff like that. And then also some features to make it even easier to do inspections. For example, text-to-speech instead of having to write on your phone while you're moving around. Yeah, I meant speech-to-text, yeah. And that's about it from us right now. Any questions? Yeah.
What was most fun to do?
Most fun.
Okay, all right. So each of us work on different parts. So each of us have
Repeat the question.
what was the most fun? Each of us work on a different part. So I would say for my part was maybe the CSS, the styling. I had really like different idea of them, so I was like kind of messing with them. So it was pretty fun to work with them on this last project after 3 months of collaboration, mob programming, and that was like a little bit different. So I found that funny. Anything else maybe?
Well, I would say like, yeah, cooperating, that was actually fun, and coming to some common ground. Yeah. Yes?
A question from Teams. Could you add recurrent inspections?
You want to answer that?
We can't do. Oh, if we can add recurrent inspections. We can't right now, but it would be a very good feature to implement more. So yeah, that's very interesting. But right now, it's not a feature that we have. Yes.
Are you using blob storage for the pictures?
Okay, so the question is if we're using blob storage, and yes, we are. That's yeah. I mean, yeah. The API sends the images to a blob storage, and our main database just stores a name reference to the image in the blob. Yeah, Peter.
Another question from Teams is: did you encounter any difficulties on the way?
If we encountered any difficulties on the way, any of you wanna?
We had some difficulties with Azure, not later than this morning, that the server crashed. So it's very nice, it's very free, but it's really also crashing a lot. So we got a bit scared. And then along the way, we had like some, I would say like GitHub conflict merging that we had like to solve, and that slowed us down quite a lot, I would say. And also with the email to send, because, so like for example, like to send a picture on email, it looks easy like that, but it's not attach a file like you do on Gmail. It's really like you have to fetch the picture from the blob and transform it somehow, and then to be able to send it. It was kind of like tricky. That's what I would say. Anything else?
No, I think it's good.
It's good, good. Yes.
Speaking about email, do you have an email client in your backend, or you have a service that you're using to send emails?
Yeah.
So what?
The question.
How we're handling the emails, and if we have a service working in the backend. And yes, we're using Azure's email client to do it, basically. So that's what we're using in the backend. And then also in our cloud environment, we have a communication service and a email communication service that handles the emailing. And then the API actually drafts the emails and formats them.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that presentation. I must say it's a blast every time we have these events to see what you guys can do in just 2 weeks. It's really amazing, truly amazing. And for our clients out there, as I mentioned before, if you want to reach out to any of these developers, please contact your contact persons and we will set up a private meeting for you. Or type in the chat, and we will fix that for you. And that's it for today. And a big round of applause for you guys. You've been great today. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, we have
Let's read.
Yeah.